At this time, we're going to announce the starting lineup, so each team please report to your respective baselines. We're going to start first with the visitors. Monticello Hurricanes, number 9, Hunter Hayes. Number 2, Hunter Sorrows. Number 1, Evan Diaz. Number 28, Chandler Aguirre. Number 3, Trey Corin. Number 13, Tom Schilling. Number 42, Chevy Sands. Number 6, Grady Jordan. Number 25, Ethan McMichael. And number 18, Levi Shaw. Led by head coach Brady McMichael. And now for your three-peat Whitefield Wolfpack, number 7, Wyman Shaheen. Number 6, Nate Jones. Number 28, Conlon Walker. Number 17, Ryan McClellan. 15, Wesley Calloway. 11, Parker Ladd. 24, Taylor Craig. Number 4, Jake Arispe. And number 3, Riley Cullen. Led by head coach Mike Shaheen. Assistant coaches Tim Turner and Justin Kruger. At Whitefield Academy, we aim for an even higher standard that calls us to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God, a God who compels us to love and pray for each person here as we embrace the beautiful differences of all people. Please rise to join us in a word of prayer. Lord God, we thank you for this beautiful day and for the opportunity to watch these young men play the wonderful game of baseball. Lord, please keep these athletes safe and allow them to play to the best of their ability and in a way that is pleasing to you. Lord, we're also grateful and we're thankful for these umpires and for these coaches and for all their hard work and mentoring of these young men. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen. At this time, we ask that you remain standing and direct your attention to the flag as we play the national anthem to honor America and the service members currently serving and who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Let's play ball.
And a very pleasant good afternoon. We're a couple hours later than we hoped we would be, but we've got baseball for you on the Wolfpack Sports Network. The playoffs, round 1. It's the 3-time defending region champions, the Whitefield Wolfpack, up against the Monticello Hurricanes, who are the 4th seed coming out of their region. Now, I'm here with Jack Cunningham. On paper, this would seem to be a good matchup for the Wolfpack. They only had 1 loss in region play, but the Hurricanes were winless in region play. But as of about a minute and a half from now, that doesn't matter anymore. Every team that's playing this weekend has the same chance to win a state championship. So whether you're the underdog, whether you're favored to win, you got to come out, compete, win the games. And if you win, you get to keep playing, and that's the great thing about the playoffs. Let's take a look at the defense for the Wolfpack. Taylor Craig, Colin Walker, Wyman, Shaheen in the outfield, left to right. In the infield, Nate Jones, Parker Ladd, Jake Arispe, Wesley Calloway from third to first. Ryan McClellan behind the plate in battery with Riley Cullen. Now, I'm noticing as we begin this game and Hunter Hayes comes to the plate for the Hurricanes, there's some interesting haircuts going on with the Whitefield baseball players. Is this like a playoff due thing that they're doing?
Indeed, yes. It's a playoff due, and everybody on the team has got a mullet, and a lot of the guys bleach their hair blonde. So
Top of the
here we go.
First for
All right.
Monticello, number 9, Hunter Hayes.
It's the starting pitcher, Hunter Hayes. He's going to lead off as we begin the playoffs. The umpire says play ball. Riley Cullen out of the windup. First pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike. A breaking ball, and we're underway after about a 2-hour, 34-minute delay. 62 degrees at game time on a cool Thursday afternoon. That one's just off the plate, 1-1. We're going to play as much as we can today, a scheduled doubleheader. We do not have lights here at Whitefield Academy. 1-1 pitch, it's high. So we'll see how far we get into this game. Not expecting the clouds to dissipate, so we're not going to get a long evening. 2-1 pitch from Riley Cullen. Low and away, it's 3-1 after the first pitch strike. So depending on how long this game goes, the two coaches will get together and decide if they're going to try to start game 2, if they're going to wait until tomorrow. But first, we have game 1. That's what we're focused on right now. 3-1 pitch on the way to the leadoff man, and he walks him. Leadoff walk for the Hurricanes. That'll bring up Hunter Sorrows with nobody
number
out.
2, Hunter Sorrows.
Sorrows followed by Evan Diaz. He's the number 3 hitter for Monticello. Now out of the stretch is Riley Cullen. Throw goes to first. Back in time is Hayes. 3-man umpiring crew, you'll notice. First time all season we've seen that. That's what we'll have for the entirety of the playoffs. Way outside, but offered at with the attempted bunt. And a 1-strike count to Hunter Sorrows. Few parents made the trip up from Monticello, about a 2-hour drive without traffic. Throw back to first again. Back in safely is the runner. For those of you watching from Monticello, if you got friends or family participating in the game, welcome. We're glad to have you along with us. Throw goes back to first base once again. Closer, but still back in time is Hayes over at first base. Making the pitcher dive back into first base a lot. Still a 1-strike count to Hunter Sorrows, the left fielder. Another pickoff. Safe once again. Riley's convinced he's going to eventually get him. Still just 1 pitch thrown. Time called, no pitch.
We're not implementing the new MLB rule.
I think a few of the new MLB rules will be helpful today. The pitch clock and limiting the pickoffs. 0-1 pitch. Another attempted bunt. This one fouled away. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, just underway. Cullen checks first, throws over to first, back in time. Once again is Hunter Hayes. So with the first 2 pitches, Sorrows attempted a bunt. Let's see what he does with 2 strikes, swinging away and fouls it away. Oh and 2. Hayes off of first. Here's the stretch from Cullen, timeout called. 0-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball up the first base line and foul. Count remains 0-2. Back to first base goes Hunter Hayes. Evan Diaz still waiting on deck. Chandler Aguirre in the hole. The 0-2 from Cullen outside. One ball, two strikes, nobody out. Hunter Hayes led off the game with a walk. He's over at first. Another pickoff. Back in time easily is Hayes. You know, it was a scheduled doubleheader today. I don't know if Hunter Hayes brought another uniform, but he's going to need it before he even takes the mound at this point. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Riley Cullen records his first strikeout, and there's one down in the top of the first. That'll bring up Evan Diaz.
Now up, number 1, Evan Diaz.
Or Diaz. That could go either way. Evan, I apologize if I got it wrong. Throw goes to first base again. Back in time.
Cullen is eager to get out Hunter Hayes at first.
He is indeed. Pitch on the way, outside for a ball. And some of those pickoff attempts have been pretty close. But Hayes has gotten back every time to this point. He has a big lead once again. One ball pitch on the way. Popped up, out of play, over our heads, and up on top of Mount Whitefield.
So a 1-1 count for Diaz. One man on, one out. Braden May giving the home plate umpire a couple more balls.
The infield at Whitefield trying to turn two, maybe get this inning over with. Another pickoff back in time is Hayes at first.
Persistent, isn't he?
1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball over the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Really nice pitch from Riley Cullen. One ball, two strikes, one out. Top of the first. Runner at first. That was a walk to lead off the inning. 1-2 pitch. Time called. So we'll get set and do it again. One ball, two strikes, one down. Here's the pitch from Cullen. Low and away. Already 15 pitches thrown by Cullen in this inning. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. Not hit particularly hard, but in a perfect spot. That puts runners at first and second with one down. And Chandler Aguirre to the plate.
Now up, number 28, Chandler Aguirre.
Runners at first and second. One down for the cleanup man. Here's the stretch from Cullen. Pitch on the way. Fastball in there for a strike. Jake Arispe holding the runner at second. Cullen looks back there, does not throw. Pitch on the way, a little outside, 1-1. You know, Cullen's thrown, 18 pitches, and how many pickoffs on top of that? Probably, 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Riley looks back at Hayes at second base. 1-1 pitch on the way. Little low, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Arispe dancing around second base. He heads back to his fielding position. Swing and a miss, strike two. Big swing from Maguire at the plate. Two balls, two strikes. The Hurricanes threatening in the first. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Strike three. Two strikeouts now for Riley Cullen. Runners remain at first and second base for Trace Coran.
Number 3, Trace Coran.
Corin, is that
Corin.
right? Okay,
I
I
believe.
apologize.
Trace Corin up to bat.
All right, here's the first pitch to Corin on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Walk, strikeout, base hit, strikeout. Let's see if Riley can get out number 3 here and get the Whitefield bats to the plate. 0-1 pitch. Just missed, 1-1. The Hurricanes got here. We were scheduled to start at 2, so I think I didn't see them arrive, but they got here about 12:30, so they've been waiting for almost 4 hours to play today. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Looked a little low from our perspective, but we'll take the call. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch on the way. Line drive right to Jake Arispe, who makes the catch on the run, and that'll do it for the Hurricanes in the top half of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. We head to the bottom half of the first with no score. To the bottom half of the first inning we go. Let's get you the lineup for Whitefield. Wyman Shaheen, Nate Jones, Colin Walker, first 3 due up. Followed by Ryan McClellan, Wesley Calloway, Parker Ladd, 4 through 6. Taylor Craig, Jake Arispe, and Riley Cullen, 7, 8, and 9.
First for Whitefield. Let's hear it for number 7, Wyman Shaheen.
Wyman Shaheen stands in. He'll lead off for the Wolfpack in the bottom half of the first inning. No score. Hurricanes got a couple runners on in the top half of the inning. No damage done. Let's see if the Pack can get on the board early. Here's the first pitch from Hunter Hayes outside for a ball. Hunter Sorrows, Austin Young, and Chevy Sands in the outfield left to right. We'll get you the infield alignment after this pitch. 1-0. 2-0 after the ball low. Levi Shaw, Trace Corin, Grady Jordan, and Evan Diaz, third to first. Chandler Aguirre behind the plate in battery with Hunter Hayes, who throws a strike right down Peachtree. It's 2-1. The Whitefield right fielder ready for a 2-1 pitch. It's 3-1 after that one's in the dirt. Speaking of dirt, how well can you see it on the broadcast? It's not as bad as it was earlier, but that area around home plate, 3-1. Down the right field line, giving it a look, is the right fielder Sands, but he has to let it go. But the area around home plate, it looks a little discolored on the broadcast. And when we first started the stream, if you were with us about 15 minutes before game time, it looked really wonky. It doesn't look that crazy in real life. Like the color difference. There's a 3-2. It's high. And a leadoff walk for the Wolfpack. It doesn't look nearly that odd here in person. But kudos to the Whitefield baseball team and the coaches and staff, the folks who took care of the infield prior
6, Nate Jones.
to all the rain today. He made the field at least playable. Throw to first base. Back in time is Wyman Shaheen. Now, I don't know if Hayes, who was thrown over at, like half a dozen times in the first inning, I don't know if he's now trying to get some revenge as he throws back and tries to get Wyman now twice in a row. Shaheen back safely. But anyway, the folks here at Whitefield did a great job keeping the infield as ready to play as possible. Here's the first pitch to Nate Jones. It's a ball. Levi Shaw way in, expecting a bunt from Nate Jones. Jones, one of the ones sporting the bleach blonde dues. Wyman's back safely once again at first base. Coach Shaheen down at third gave a couple of new signs. Let's see where we're at. It's ball 2. Another set of signs coming in from the third base coaching box. Nate Jones has his marching orders. He's got a 2-0 count. I would expect him to be taking here. He is. And it's high, 3-0. And I think he'll be taking once again with the 3-0 count. Throw to first. Back in time is Shaheen. Wouldn't expect much action on a 3-0 count. I think the Wolfpack want to know if Hayes is going to offer a 4-pitch walk. And he does. 2 on, nobody out. Hayes looks over at his dugout and asking where that one was.
Back-to-back walks by Hayes.
It's a pretty good pitch. Must have missed high. As Colin Walker comes to the plate for the first time tonight. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning.
Now digging in for Whitefield, number 28, Conlon Walker.
We're in game 1 of a 3-game playoff series. We were hoping to be starting game 2 right about now, but the rain didn't allow that to happen. First pitch strike on the breaking ball from Hayes to Conlon Walker. It's 0-1. Shaheen at second, Jones at first. Walker at the plate. Pitch on the way. High, 1-1. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Here's the pitch from Hayes. Fly ball, center field, in for a hit. Around third base is Shaheen, being held by Shaheen. Wyman was ready to turn and burn, and Dad put up the stop sign. So a single by Colin Walker keeps the line moving for Ryan McClellan.
Bases loaded here, a golden opportunity for Ryan McClellan.
Now digging in, number 17, Ryan McClellan.
Let's see what the backstop for the Pack can do with the bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch on the way. A little high for a ball. I think with 2 walks already in the inning, I think I'd make him throw me a strike before I took the bat off my shoulder. We'll see what McClellan and the Pack decide to do. Taking, and it's a strike, 1-1. Third baseman Shaw in on the grass. So is Diaz at first. They're going to come home if the ball's hit to him. If it's hit up the middle, they'll try to turn 2. Fly ball, left field. Under it is Soros. Tagging is Shaheen. He's going to score, and the Wolfpack has a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the first inning on the RBI sac fly from Ryan McClellan. So 1 down for Wesley Callaway.
For Whitefield, number 15, Wesley Callaway.
Callaway stands in with the runners at first and second with 1 down. First pitch to Callaway is a little high. Jones at second, Walker at first. Here's the 1-ball pitch. Fouled over the screen. And it's 1-1. One nothing Whitefield, bottom of the first. 1-1 count to Wesley Callaway. In the dirt, 2-1. Good eye by Wesley, holding off on the breaking ball.
Walker and Jones off their respective bases.
Pick off to second. Back in time is Jones.
Two-one, the count for Callaway.
Runners going. Line drive into left field for a base hit. That gets down the line. Callaway around first. He's headed to second. Walker around third. He's headed home. It's a 3-0 lead for the Wolfpack after the 2 RBI double from Wesley Callaway. Nice job by Callaway there, keeping the ball fair, hitting it down the line.
Now digging in, number 11, Parker Ladd.
That leaves a man in scoring position for Parker Ladd. That's Wesley Callaway out there at second base. The shortstop throws the ball to the screen. Up to third goes Callaway. On the wild pitch. One ball count to Ladd. Taylor Craig in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-ball pitch in the dirt. It gets away. Callaway stays at third. It squirted away from Aguirre at home plate, but not far enough for Callaway to feel comfortable trying to score. Here's the pitch, high and in.
3-0 count. Count wide open for Ladd.
I would expect Ladd to be taking here 3-0. We'll see if he has the green light. And there's a strike right down Cobb Parkway. Three and one. Here's the stretch from Hayes. Pitch on the way. Inside and high, ball 4. Barker almost offered at it, trying to get out of the way. He did not, however. Runners are at the corners with 1 out for Taylor the Tank Craig.
May so far early in this game has recorded 3 walks, and their manager for Monticello is out on the mound trying to calm down Mays.
Have a little trouble with command early in this game for Hunter Hayes. The Wolfpack has been able to take advantage of that so far. Of those 3 walks, 2 have come around to score. Ryan McClellan had an RBI sac fly. And Wesley Calloway had a 2 RBI double right before Parker Ladd's walk. Runners are at the corners with 1 out for Taylor Craig. See if the Pack can convert 1 or 2 more here in the first inning.
Now up, number 24, Taylor Craig.
Out of the stretch is Hayes. First pitch from him.
Ladd
In
running.
there for a strike. Parker Ladd takes second base on the delayed steal. That puts runners at second and third now. Reduces the chances of a double play. Pitch on the way. High and in. Callaway at third. Ladd at second. Pitch on the way. High and in once again. Grady Jordan keeps sneaking in behind Parker Ladd. I don't know why he would sacrifice defensive positioning when there's a runner at third. Pitch on the way up high. Callaway to the plate. It's 4-0 on another wild pitch. Ladd moves up to third base. 4-0 Wolfpack. Taylor Craig still at the plate. Still just 1 out. He's got a 3-1 count. Corner infielder still in on the grass. Popped up in the infield. Who wants it? First baseman does. He's got it, and there are 2 outs. I'll bring up Jake Arispe, the 8th man to bat in the inning. 4 runs across so far. A 5th one standing at third base.
Number 4, Jake Arispe.
See if Jake can drive home the runner with 2 down. Swing and a miss at the first one, 0-1. Hunter Hayes has thrown 31 pitches so far. 1-1.
He's got a free steak dinner for hitting the bull on the next.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Arispe almost goes, doesn't go. They appeal down to first base and confirm that Jake did not go around. It's a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 from Hayes. High, ball 3. 3 walks so far in the inning. Pitch away from a possible 4th. Oh, when it hits Jake, that didn't feel very good. Looks like it got him on the upper back or the shoulder arm area. I mean, with a 3-ball count, you'd rather just walk without the hit by pitch. You're not getting your money's worth at that point. Riley Cullen, the pitcher, is coming up. Wyman Shaheen, when he was on earlier in the inning, he gave his gloves to Coach Kruger down at first. He had to get him back because he's on deck again.
Number 3, Riley Cullen.
First and third, 2 out for the pitcher, Riley Cullen. First pitch to him. Low and away.
Arispe running.
Another
And
delayed steal, and Arispe gets in there safely.
two men in scoring position for Cullen. 2 outs, 1-0 count. 4-0 Wolfpack.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strong start for the Pack in the first inning. 4 runs across. A base hit could make it 2 more. Let's see what Cullen can do. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Cullen, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Should he find a way on board, Wyman Shaheen would hit for the second time. Pitch on the way, a little outside, 1-2. Sorry, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul territory, and had a play. Back to their respective bases go Ladd and Arispe. Home plate umpire needs more baseballs. Stretch from Hayes. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled away again. That was pitch number 41 for Hunter Hayes here in the first inning. Hayes trying to fight through it and give his team an opportunity. But he needs to get Riley Cullen here. Still a 2-2 count. Pitcher versus pitcher. Low and away, good stop. Behind the plate by Aguirre. Now it's a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. High and in, ball 4. And the Wolfpack have batted around in the first inning. That'll bring up Wyman Shaheen for the second time. He walked to lead off the game and scored on the sacrifice fly from Ryan McClellan.
May so far in this outing has recorded 4 walks, and the bases are loaded. A courtesy runner for the pitcher. That'll be number 27, Thomas Figueretti, over at first base.
Back in the box, number 7, Wyman Shaheen.
So Figueretti at first, Arispe at second, Ladd at third.
May surrounded by Wolves. Hunter Hayes, my apologies. Read the score sheet wrong.
Two outs for Wyman. Bases loaded. In the dirt. Nice stop once again by the catcher. But a 1-ball count. One and 0 to Wyman Shaheen. High 2-0. I think you have to have a hard take here, right? 2-0. 3-0. And definitely a hard take in this situation. Another pitch outside the zone would make it a 5-0 lead for the Pack in the first inning. Here's the pitch from Hayes. It's high, ball 4, not even close. And the Pack take a 5-0 lead following the RBI walk. Second walk in the inning for Wyman Shaheen. Fifth, 6th walk in the inning, is that right?
Now up, number 6, Nate Jones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 walks recorded.
Popped up in the infield. Caught by the shortstop, Trace Coran. Wait, how do you pronounce his name?
Corin.
Corin. I apologize. Corin records the out. 5 runs for the Pack, and we head to the top half of the second inning with the Pack on top. Top half of the second inning.
Top of the second.
Wolfpack
Up
on
first
top,
for
5-0.
Monticello, Number 13, Tom Schilling.
Tom Schilling, the center fielder, up for the first time. Riley Cullen staked to a 5-run lead as we head to the second, and swing and a miss by Schilling, strike 1. Cullen winds up. Ground ball to short. Parker Ladd has it, throws to first, didn't time, 1 down. That'll bring up Chevy Sands, the right fielder.
Now up number 42, Chevy Sands.
Couple of pitches and 1 out in the second. First pitch to Schilling is low and away. Wait.
Chevy Sands.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the name who just got out. 1-1 to Sands. Grady Jordan on deck. If anyone reaches base, it'll be Ethan McMichael. 1-1. Good curveball. Missed the zone, though. 2-1. A front door curveball to right-handed batters, right-handed pitchers. It's tough to see. 3-1 after the fastball missed. Cullen out of the windup. 3-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 3-2. Full count to Sands. Pitch on the way. Ground ball to short once again. Ladd has it. Throws high and away and out of play to second base. Sands will go as Parker Ladd tried to take out some fans beyond the first base dugout. I think everybody's okay over there. That's a 2-base error. Puts a runner in scoring position for Grady Jordan.
Now up number 6, Grady Jordan.
Second baseman for the Hurricane stands in. Cullen now out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Popped up, right side, foul territory, and out of play. One strike count to Gordon. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. That's exactly what I was talking about a minute ago. It looks like it's coming inside and then falls over the plate. And it's really hard to stay engaged on that as a right-handed hitter coming from a right-handed pitcher. 0-2 count. Timeout called at the plate. Cullen has his sign. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. I think the umpire lost track of the count. Or that was the least dramatic strike 3 call you'll ever see. Because of the way he called it, it had me questioning myself whether there were actually 2 strikes already or not. All right, 2 down for Ethan McMichael. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. Two down, Sands at second. 0-1 count to McMichael. Cullen trying to pitch around the 2-base error. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on the breaking ball.
Good pitch right there by Cullen.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Tried to go to the same spot again, didn't get a chase this time, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch number 40 from Cullen on the way, fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Sands off second. Riley set. 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3. And that'll do it for the Hurricanes in the top half of the second. Riley Cullen and the Whitefield defense protects the 5-run lead as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Bottom half of the second inning, and Conlon Walker will lead us off. He singled and scored in the first. He was one of 5 Wolves to touch home plate safely. Now he's leading off against Hunter Hayes. Had a rough first inning, 5 walks.
Whitefield, number 28, Conlon Walker.
And a hit by pitch. Here's the first pitch to Walker inside. tough giving up those walks, especially in a playoff game. I mean, we know all too well how that works. 1-ball pitch, high 2-0. $50 pitches for Hayes. Here's the 2-0 to Walker, inside ball 3. I mean, from up here, the stuff that Hayes has looks pretty decent. He's just really struggling to locate anything. There's a high strike call, 3-1. Timeout called at the plate. Three-one count to Colin Walker. Ball 4. I look to be in the same place as the last pitch, but we'll take the walk. Runner at first and nobody out for Ryan McClellan. McClellan had an RBI sac fly in the first inning. He drove in the first run of the day. That was Wyman Shaheen.
Now digging in, number 17, Ryan McClellan.
Levi Shaw in on the grass at third base, and that one got a piece of McClellan. He'll take first base. So a walk and a hit by pitch. Thomas Perdue will be running for McClellan this time. As the catcher, he gets a courtesy runner. That'll bring up Wesley Calloway, 2 on, nobody out. Now a conversation happening. I think the home plate umpire was just letting the visitors know that Purdue was running as a courtesy for Ryan McClellan.
Now number 15, Wesley Calloway.
Calloway up, 2 on, nobody out. Shaw still in on the grass. I don't think Wesley Calloway is going to be bunting, just a hunch. Huge lead at second base, and back goes Conlon once Hayes stepped off. And Conlon's lead was so big, if they would have thrown to second base, I think he would have taken off to third. Here's the pitch to Calloway. It's high and away. And the first baseman was charging. Like, I don't think there's a scenario in which Coach Shaheen would have Wesley Calloway bunting. Throw to second, that's exactly what Conlon does. He runs to third, he's in a rundown. And it hits Conlon. Around third base he goes. He's headed to the plate. He is safe. Colin Walker was baiting a throw. He got it and forced another error. It's 6-0 Wolfpack. Thomas Perdue takes second base. Still a 1-ball count for Wesley Calloway.
Callaway's got a man in scoring position. That's Thomas Perdue over at second base.
I guess I've got to give a 2-base error. Here's the 1-0 to Callaway. It's high. I want to give Conlon a stolen base, but truth be told, if the throw from the shortstop actually makes it over Conlon's head, he's probably a sitting duck at third base, but instead he scores. 6-0. Popped up. Short center field. Out goes Jordan, and the ball falls. In the Bermuda Triangle, nobody there. It's a bloop single that went 150 feet in the air. 2 on, nobody out. That'll bring up Parker Ladd.
Now digging in, number 11, Parker Ladd.
Purdue off second. Callaway off first. Here's the first pitch to Ladd. In there for a strike. Taylor Craig waiting to hit next. 6-0 Pack on top. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. A little high for just joining us. This is not game 2. Like we hoped it would be by now. Instead, the rain kept us from getting started on time, about a 2.5 hour delay. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good cut by Parker. Came up empty. It's 1-2. Huge hole on the left side. Popped up. Foul territory down the first base line and out of play. A fan down the first baseline raised their umbrella just in case the ball got too close. Not sure how many umbrellas are rated for baseballs. 1-2 pitch. Line drive into right center field. That'll be a base hit. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Around third is Purdue. He's going to score. Around third base is Callaway. He is going to score. To third base is Parker Ladd. It's a 2 RBI triple, and the Wolfpack have 8 in the first 2 innings. It's 8-0.
Taylor the Tank Craig.
Runner at third, still nobody out here in the second inning. Way outside, Parker Ladd's going to come to the plate. Throw will not be made, and it's 9-0 Wolfpack, and that clears the bases with nobody out here in the second inning. 4 runs already across in the inning.
And nobody out.
1 ball count to Taylor Craig. Goodness. Hunter Hayes really missing arm side pretty significantly. I don't know if it's a certain pitch that he's having trouble gripping, but he's missed to that side significantly, and that's going to do it. And Hayes is not particularly pleased with himself as he leaves the mound. We'll get a new pitcher. Looks like Ethan McMichael will be coming in to pitch, and we'll get everything reset for you in just a moment once he completes his warm-up tosses. Ethan McMichael started the day as the designated hitter. He comes into the game, which means the Hurricanes do not have the privilege of having a designated hitter the rest of this game. That moves the pitcher Hunter Hayes over to third, and Levi Shaw is out of the game. Whoa. Okay, I think we're okay. Taylor Craig's at first base after a base hit.
Now up number 4, Jake Arispe.
All right, that'll bring Jake Arispe up to the plate with Taylor Craig at first base. Still nobody out. And Jake takes a strike. It's 0-1. One strike count to Arispe. Taylor Craig on the delayed steal. Throw is in time, and he's called out. I think he actually got his foot in there, but the throw did beat him. And that's a caught stealing, and the first out of the inning. 1-1 count to Arispe. High and away, 2-1. Two-one count. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 9 runs for the Pack, 5 in the first, 4 so far here in the second. Riley Cullen waiting to hit next. Jake was hit by a pitch in the first. Here's the 2-2 from McMichael. Low and away, ball 3.
The count full for Jake Arispe.
Stretch from McMichael. Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. Arispe on base for the second time. That'll bring up Riley Cullen.
Cullen walked in his previous at-bat.
Yeah, one of 5
Now
walks
number 3,
in the first
Riley
inning
Cullen.
by Hunter Hayes, who just couldn't quite get his command under control in his 1+ inning of work. It's pitched to Cullen, low and away. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Runner going, bunt to first. Fielded by the first baseman, Diaz. He steps on the bag. That'll be a sacrifice to move up Arispe to second base. And we're back to the top of the order. Wyman Shaheen up for the 3rd time in 2 innings.
Now up number 7, Wyman Shaheen.
Shaheen walked in both of his at-bats. Both of his plate appearances. Walks do not count as at-bats. Look to second, nothing's happening. So Wyman comes up for the 3rd time. All right, Wyman Shaheen back in the box. Ethan McMichael set. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball missed. And it's a 1-ball count to the Pack leadoff man. Tipped at the plate, 1-1. One ball, one strike, two down. We are in the bottom half of the second inning.
A man in scoring possession for Shaheen.
It's Jacob Rispe out at second base. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. One ball, two strikes. Two outs. 4 runs in this inning for the Pack as they lead it 9-0 in Game 1 of this 3-game playoff series. 1-2. Ground ball to short. Nice hop. And throw to first is in time. That'll do it for the Pack. 4 runs added to the scoreboard. It's 9-0 Pack as we head to the third. To the third inning we go, and for a couple of innings of play-by-play, here's Jack Cunningham.
Up for Monticello, number 9, Hunter Hayes.
Hunter Hayes leads off the top of the third inning. A pitch. Low. Ball 1. Hayes fouls that one off. Out of play. 1-1 count. Cullen the pitch. That one sent in between the shortstop and the third baseman as it results in a single.
Now up, number 2, Hunter Sorrows.
Hunter Sorrows back up to the plate. A bunt attempt laid down. Cullen has to go get it, and he throws it high as Wesley Calloway had to jump and was off first base. So 2 men on for the first baseman, Evan Diaz. Time was called.
Nice bunt there by Sorrows. I'll give him a bunt base hit.
Now up, number 1, Evan Diaz.
2 men on for Diaz.
Diaz singled and was stranded in the first.
Cullen able to find the zone. An 0-1 count for Diaz.
The outfield for Whitefield in pretty shallow.
Cullen looks at the second baseman. The pitch. Back-to-back strikes.
Really nice breaking ball there by Riley Cullen.
The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Good stop right there by Ryan McClellan. 1-2 count for Diaz. 2 men on. That one sent to the third baseman. Nate Jones ran in and got it, but not able to grab it cleanly. So the bases are loaded for the 4-hole hitter, number 28, Chandler Aguirre.
Now up 28, Chandler Aguirre.
Aguirre with an opportunity here to put a dent in that 9-run lead for the Pack. It's a tough error for Nate Jones on the previous play. He was trying to cut across, maybe cut down the runner at second base, but couldn't quite stick the leather on the ball.
0-1 count. The pitch. Outside, 1-1. Cullen surrounded by purple. That one outside, 2-1. Time called as Cullen will go out to the mound and have a meeting.
I think it's important to remember in a situation like this, it feels like as the pitcher you're the one in trouble, but you have a 9-run lead. They're the ones who are still in trouble, even with this bases loaded, no out situation. And the most important thing here for Riley Cullen is to throw strikes.
2-1 count. The pitch. Good pitch right there by Cullen. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
Tough strike call there for Aguirre.
That one popped up. Who wants it? Parker Ladd says he's got it, and he does for the first out. So 1 down, bases loaded for the shortstop, Trace Corin.
Now up number 3, Trace Corin.
Corin set. Cullen's got the sign. The pitch. That one sent into the first base line. Sent down the first base line, but foul and out of play.
Wesley went to the fence, and he reached over but couldn't quite get to it.
So an 0-1 count for Corin. Bases loaded. 1 out. Wolfpack on top, 9-0. The pitch. Just a bit high for ball 1. That one fouled off and out of play. 1-2 count for Corin.
Corin lined out to second his first time up. Jake Arispe robbed him of an RBI single. Back in the first.
And Cullen records another strikeout, able to put it in the zone. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts recorded by Riley Cullen. So
Now
2
up
down,
number 13, Tom Schilling.
and it'll bring up the center fielder, number 13, Tom Schillings. The pitch. Inside the zone for a strike.
Bases loaded, no outs, and now his bases loaded, 2 outs. Riley Cullen just 1 out away from getting out of this huge jam in the third.
That one fouled off, an 0-2 count. McClellan goes out to the mound to have a brief chat with Riley Cullen. McClellan and Cullen trying to get on the same page.
I think the previous pitch might have got a piece of the umpire, which is why McClellan went out to the mound, and that's also why one of the field umpires came in to check with the home plate umpire. I think that might have bit him a little bit. Seems to be okay, though.
0-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch, high for a ball. 1-2. That one sent through the gap past Parker Ladd as 1 run scores. It is 9-1. The bases are loaded for the right fielder, number 42, Chevy Sands.
Now up, number 42, Chevy Sands.
Good pitch right there. Riley Cullen for a strike. Back-to-back good pitches. Finds the zone both times and is ahead in the count 0-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Wolfpack up 9-1. Time called. Sands steps out of the box for a brief moment, steps back in, resets. Cullen the pitch. Outside, ball 1. One-two count for Sands. And a swing and a miss, strike 3 for Sands. That'll do it for the top half of the third as Monticello scores 1, but the Wolfpack still lead it. It's 9-1. We'll be right back. And we get set to start the bottom half of the third. Wolfpack up 9-1, leading off. Number 6, Nate Jones.
Jones walked and scored in the first. He also popped out in the first.
First pitch to Jones, in the zone for a strike. That one popped up in the infield. Who wants it? First baseman says he's got it, and he corrals it. So 1 down. It'll bring up number 28, the center fielder, Conlon Walker. Walker so far in this game has walked and touched home twice.
Also had a base hit back in the first.
Now up, number 28, Conlon Walker.
That one,
It's a foul ball off of Conlon. It hit him in the box off the bat.
okay.
And then squirted into fair territory, but it's a dead ball.
Oh, 1 count for Walker. Pitch outside. Ball 1. Walker fouls that one off and out of play. One, 2 count for Walker. He's set. That one sent down the third base line. Left fielder chasing.
Wow.
And wow, made a grab. And it was like all the way to the wall in a sense.
Yeah, it was against the fence. He ran into the fence pretty hard. He gave a thumbs up to his dugout that he's okay, but he hit the fence pretty good. It's a really nice job by Hunter Sorrows out there in left field. Tough break for Conlon.
Now up 17, Ryan McClellan.
So 2 down, Ryan McClellan up. And that one inside. Ball 1.
McClellan had an RBI sac fly in the first. That got the scoring started for the Pack. First of their 9 runs.
That one sent deep to center field. Center fielder and left fielder going back to the wall, but the left fielder able to corral that one. And that'll do it for the third. The Wolfpack lead it by 8. We get set for the top half of the fourth in just a moment. As we get set to start the top half of the fourth, Jordan, number 6, the second baseman, up to bat. The pitch. Fouled off down the right field line and out of play. Jordan with an 0-1 count. That one a dribbler right past Riley Cullen as Parker Ladd has to come in and able to make the connection at first base. So 1 down.
Really nice job by Parker Ladd charging that ball and getting to it.
Now up, number 25, Ethan McMichael.
1 down as Ethan McMichael is up to bat. The pitch. A bit high, ball 1. Two 2-0 the count for McMichael. That one low and in the dirt. That one sent sharply, but straight to Jake Arispe as he stuck out his glove and able to grab that one for the second out. 2 quick outs as it'll bring up number 9, the third baseman, Hunter Hayes.
Number 9, Hunter Hayes.
That one over Jake Arispe's head. Walker has to go get it. He throws to second. And not in time as the third baseman, Hayes, gets a double after that one.
Now up, number 2, Hunter Sorrows.
Hunter Sorrows up at the plate with a man in scoring position. The pitch fouled off and out of play.
Sorrows had a hit his last time up, got stranded at third base. Hunter Hayes, a man out of second. We haven't been able to get him out today. A walk, a single, and now a double. He also is the one who scored the only run of the game so far for the Hurricanes.
That one low and in the dirt. 1-1 count for Sorrows, the left fielder. Hayes, the man in scoring position, off second base. Cullen looks back. The pitch, outside, 2-1. Two-one count, 2 outs. The pitch. In the zone to even the count at 2 apiece.
Corner outfielders are playing really shallow. If a ball gets through the infield, especially to left field, it'll be tough to score from second base.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As that'll do it. As Riley Cullen rings up the batter. And we get set to see the Wolfpack get the bats going. And we get set to start the bottom half of the fourth. The Wolfpack up 9-1 as a Wesley Calloway is digging in.
Calloway with
Bottom of
2
the
hits.
fourth, up for Whitefield, number 15, Wesley Calloway.
2 hits and scored twice.
That one sent deep to left field, but foul.
Hit that ball really hard, just a little out in front.
Yep, earlier in this game he sent it to left field, but it was fair and it was a double.
A 2 RBI double.
There you go. A 1 count for Calloway. The pitch. Finds his zone. 0-2. Calloway fouls that one off. Staying alive with an 0-2 count. Calloway set. McMichael on the mound. Has the pitch. That one once again fouled off and out of play. Over Mount Whitefield. Calloway back-to-back fouls off pitches, staying alive in the count with down 0-2. On deck, number 11, Parker Ladd, the pitch. That one sent deep into right field. Right fielder able to corral it, though, for the first out. 1 down here in the 4th inning as Parker Ladd gets set to hit.
Parker reached on a walk in the first and scored. He also tripled with a couple RBIs and scored in the second.
Now up number 11, Parker Ladd.
One 0 count for Ladd. At pitch high, 2-0. That one foul tipped. 2-1.
Every Whitefield batter has reached base tonight so far, at least once.
That one outside. 3-1. The count for Parker Ladd, the senior shortstop. Taylor Craig on deck. The pitch. That one popped up and out of play. This Ladd gets set to do it all over again with a full count. Pitch. Out one fouled off once again and out of play. A count full, 1 out for Parker Ladd. 9-1, the Wolfpack lead this one. Once again, popped up and out of play. Ladd staying alive in the count. Ball 4. As that pitch was low and in the dirt. As Ladd is over at first base after the
in the first
number
inning.
24, Taylor Craig.
Singled in the second, but got cut down trying to steal second base.
Ladd going. The throw over to second base, not in time. Ladd slides in there safely. So now, a man in scoring position. That's Parker Ladd over at second base. The pitch. Outside, 2-0. Taylor Craig steps back in with a 2-0 count. Ladd off second base. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Good eye by Taylor Craig. Oh no, excuse me, low, but in the zone, 2-1. Ladd going and finds grass. Taylor Craig. Ladd comes home to score. And after the hard hit past the second baseman and the shortstop, Taylor Craig is at first base.
Nice job by Taylor Craig in the RBI single with 2 outs. Makes that stolen base pay
Now
off.
up number 4, Jake Arispe.
So it's now 10-1, the Wolfpack on top here in the bottom half of the fourth. Jake Arispe swings and misses at strike 1. Craig off first. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher right there. So a 1-1 count, 1 out, 1 man on for the Wolfpack. Coach Shaheen down the third base line giving a set of signs. Craig running. Ball low and in the dirt and no throw down to second base. So Taylor Craig recorded with a stolen base.
If you're wondering about mercy rules, it's 15 runs in the third or fourth inning, 10 runs starting in the fifth inning. So we're not in a situation.
That one sent sharply to the shortstop. The throw over in time. So 2 down, but Taylor Craig does advance as he's standing at third base.
So we're not in a position to where a run scored here would end the game. That would be the case if this were the fifth inning, but alas, we are in the fourth.
All right.
Now up number 3, Riley Cullen.
A 9-hole hitter, the pitcher. Number 3, Riley Cullen up to bat. The pitch. In there for strike 1.
Now a run here would give the Wolfpack the opportunity, if they record 3 outs without the Hurricanes scoring, that they could possibly end the game there. So it's not as if the run is insignificant, it just would not end right away.
Okay, that one sent into right field, but the right fielder able to get under it and corral it for the third out. That'll do it for the bottom half of the fourth. The Wolfpack up 10-1.
right, getting ready for the 5th inning. Nice job, Jack, or as the cool kids say, JC.
Thank you.
10-1 Wolfpack. Evan Diaz coming to the plate to start off the 5th.
Top of the 5th, up for Monticello, number 1, Evan Diaz.
Alex Greenwald on the mound for the Wolfpack. Here's the first pitch from him. Fouled away for a strike, 0-1. So here's the deal. This is game 1 of a 3-game series. Whitefield hosts all 3 games. Today, here comes the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Parker Ladd's got it. Strong throw to first in time. And there's 1 down. We were scheduled to play a doubleheader today. It was supposed to begin at 2 o'clock. We didn't get started till about 4:30. And I was talking to the Whitefield head coach, Mike Shaheen, and he told me basically, let's get through the first game and see where we are. Monticello is about 2 hours away.
Now up, Chandler Aguirre.
Chandler Aguirre puts one through the hole for a base hit. It's a man at first now, and 1 down for Trace Corin. And so after this game is over, we are going to let the stream continue to roll until we have more information. And as soon as we know what the plan is going to be, we will tell you what the plan is going to be. We've got a courtesy runner down at first base. I can't tell if that's I think that's number 7, maybe? Gabe Evans. Wesley Calloway is standing in between the booth here and that courtesy runner down at first.
Now up, number 3, Trace Corin.
Maybe when he steps off of first base and gets his lead. Yep, that's a number 7. So that's Gabe Evans, courtesy runner down at first. Trace Corin at the plate. Pitch from Greenwald. A little low. Oh, nope, it's a strike. So we'll keep the stream rolling until we know what the plan is going to be for either a second game this afternoon or game 2 tomorrow. 0-1 pitch from Greenwald. In there for a strike on the breaking ball. The easy answer would be to continue playing, but here at Whitefield Academy there are no lights. So daylight would be a concern. It's still very overcast, and so we're not going to get the full extent of the daylight opportunity. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, runner at first. Here's the pitch from Greenwald. In the dirt. Nice job by McClellan to save that one. Glove save, crossbody. Tom Schilling waiting to hit next. Pack up 10-1. 1-2. Line drive, taken on a hop. He steps on second base, throws to first. 6-3 double play by Parker Ladd. Finishes it off with Wesley Calloway, and that'll do it for the Hurricanes in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit. A great double play by Parker Ladd and Wesley Calloway. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's 10-1, Wolfpack on top. Bottom half of the 5th inning we go. By my calculations, the Pack needs just 1 run to walk this off. However, Ethan McMichael has come in and really shut the Pack down. He's only given up 1 run. Let's see what the Pack can do here in the 5th inning.
Bottom of the 5th.
Wyman Shaheen leading off.
Number 7, Wyman Shaheen.
Shaheen up for the 4th time. He's walked twice, grounded out once. Both of those walks turned into runs. It rained all morning and early afternoon. Here's the 1-ball pitch. In there for a strike. I wasn't sure if we were going to get any games in today, but thankful we're getting at least one. The Hurricanes from Monticello came up really early this afternoon. They've been here since about 12:30. 2 balls and a strike to Wyman Shaheen. Nate Jones waiting in the on-deck circle. In a very soggy on-deck circle. Infield looks great, though. It was lined and covered before the rains got here. 2-2 after the called strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Wyman Shaheen leading off the inning. Here's the pitch. Fouled away off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. Pitch on the way. High, ball 3. Full count to Shaheen. Like I said, Nate Jones on deck. Conlon Walker set to hit 3rd. But the Pack needs just 1 run to activate the mercy rule. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Big weekend here at Whitefield Academy. Got a soccer semifinal game at home tomorrow. First round of baseball playoffs here today. That pitch is way outside in ball 4.
Shaheen over at first after the walk. Bring up number 6, Nate Jones.
Now digging in, number 6, Nate Jones.
Shaheen at first. Here's Nate Jones at the plate. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. And it's a 1-ball count to Jones. One ball count. It's high, 2-0. Two balls. Popped up. Foul territory. First base side. Who wants it? The catcher's under it. And he misses it. It's a foul ball. And just a simple strike. It's 2-1. Correction, soccer is not at home. They are playing in the semifinals, but it's not going to be here.
Against AIS tomorrow night.
Yes. Still, the Wolfpack is on the prowl all over the place. Seniors' last day is tomorrow. 2 balls and a strike. Shaheen on the run. Throw goes down to second base. Wyman's there in time, and it's a 2-2 count. With Wyman Shaheen at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Potential winning run now in scoring position for Nate Jones. 2-2 count. Is that should be a balk. No balk called. The pitcher began his delivery to home and kind of stopped midway and spun. Oh well, 2-2 count. Fly ball, short left field. Young on the run. Instead, it's going to be Sorrow. And unfortunately for the Pack, not in a place where Wyman Shaheen could take third. Nice job by Sorrows to make the run and get under it. Bring up Colin Walker with Wyman Shaheen at second.
Now up, number 28, Conlon Walker.
Ethan McMichael really doing a fine job on the mound in relief. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that drops into the zone for a strike. A ton of room in left center field. If he hits one that way, this game is likely over. 0-1 pitch. Wyman on the run. Ground ball through the hole. Wyman Shaheen around third base. He's going to score, and that'll do it for game one as the Wolfpack walk off the Hurricanes 11-1 in 5 innings on the RBI single from Conlon Walker. This 3-game series. First game is in the books, and now the conversation has already begun as to what we're going to do next. So we're going to hang right here for just a few minutes as the coaches and umpires decide what they're going to do. The Wolfpack take game one. They just need one of the next 2 in order to move on to round 2. The athletic director, looks like I think that's Danny Ryan out there, joining in the conversation. The discussion right now is if they start playing, what happens if the game gets suspended? I think that's the majority of what this conversation is about. I'm not sure if there is a minimum rest period between games or if we can just, clear the scoreboard and send the guys right back out, or if there's got to be like a 30 or 40 minute break. Great job by the Wolfpack, though, getting game one. Conversation continues between the 3 umpires, 2 head coaches. I think we've got a plan. 6:45 start time, so a 20-minute break, and we will stay right here. I don't know if we're switching to a Game 2 stream or if we're just going to let this stream roll.
6:45 start for Game 2.
We will see.
We'll see.
Let's go.
All right, so I think our producer-engineer, Todd Craig, he's still up on Mount Whitefield, socializing. So we're just going to stick with it right here. Let's just clear our scoreboard, and we'll just let this stream keep rolling for a second game.
Let's do it. Let's get set for 6:45.
All right, give us 20 minutes. We'll be back.
In this game, Monticello's home team.
All right, here we go. Game 2 of this
Up
best
first
of
for
3
Whitefield. Let's
series.
hear it for number 7, Wyman Shaheen.
We'll play till we run out of daylight. Got to get 5 innings in. Unless there's a team that's winning by 15. Otherwise, we have to play 5. Here's the first pitch of the game. It's a little dribbler to the right side, fielded by the first baseman, but he cannot quite get the handle on it. And that'll be we'll call it, I think we got to give him an error, unfortunately. That'll be an error on Evan Diaz, sorry. Tom Schilling on the mound. Wyman Shaheen down at first base.
Now up number 6, Nate Jones.
Nate Jones. Oh, he throws the ball away. Wyman's going to stay at first, though. Can we turn off these lights? The glare's going to start getting pretty bad. Pretty much the same lineup as Game 1. Colin Walker waiting on deck. Here's the first pitch to Nate Jones. It's away for a ball. Timeout called at the plate. It's going to be a challenge to get 5 innings in, especially with the clouds not clearing overhead. But we're going to try. It's a 1-ball count to Nate Jones. Shaw in on the grass at third. Jones squaring. He gets it down. Fielded by the pitcher. Throws to first, and it gets away. Wyman Shaheen's headed to third. He's going to stop there. Nate Jones, and the ball's not playable behind the tarp. That should move all the runners up. No, they're going to say it was dead before Wyman got to third base. So no further advancement. Second and third, nobody out. 2 errors to start the game. If Wyman would have already rounded third base when the ball got lodged behind
now
the tarp,
in number 28, Conlon Walker.
he would have scored. But that's not what happened. 2 on 2 errors. Runners at second and third for Conlon Walker. Takes a strike. We're in the top of the first inning. Whitefield hosting all 3 games, but the middle game, the lower-seeded team gets the opportunity to have last at bat. 0-1 count. Fly ball center field. Hayes has a beat on it. He's got it. Wyman Shaheen tags up. Strong throw in from center field, but it won't be nearly in time. And the Pack have a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first inning. Sacrifice fly for Conlon Walker. One down for Ryan McClellan.
Now up number 17, Rydog McClellan.
Here's the first pitch to McClellan. It's outside for a ball. Nate Jones at second base. The Pack took game 1 11-1. Trying to squeeze in a second game with what daylight remains. Here's the second pitch. Ground ball to short. Throw across the diamond. And that one gets away. 3 throws to first. And they all have gotten away so far. It's 2-0. Wolfpack on top on another error in the top of the first.
The Wolfpack in Game 1 got out to an early lead, and they look to do the same here. 2-0. A courtesy runner for the catcher. That'll be number 27, Thomas Figueretti.
So Figueretti at first base. we did not flip the teams on our score bug. So even though Whitefield is the away team, they're still on the right on our score bug.
Now digging in, number 15, Wesley Callaway.
So 3 errors already in the inning.
Figueretti back in time after the throw down to first base.
Wesley Callaway awaits his first pitch with 1 down in the top of the first. Ground ball past the third base coach. I'll send Mike Shaheen down the line to retrieve the ball. Oh, 1 count to Callaway. Two nothing Wolfpack early. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. The Wolfpack have 2 runs so far. They haven't recorded a hit yet. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Colin Walker hit the ball hard. He got an RBI. But Hunter Hayes tracked down the hard hit fly ball to center. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wesley Callaway. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Just underway. Ground ball through the hole. That's a base hit for Wesley Callaway. Figueretti to second. Parker Ladd walks up to the plate with 2 on and 1 out.
Hard hitting right there in the gap in between the shortstop and the third baseman, as Wesley Callaway is standing at first base.
Now digging in, let's hear for number 11, Bahama Mama, Parker Ladd.
Parker Ladd at the plate. Taylor Craig moving into the on-deck circle. 2 on, 1 out in the top of the first. Off the plate for a ball. Tom Schilling on the mound. No confirmation if there's any relation to Kurt Schilling. 1 ball pitch. Low and away. Two and 0 to Ladd. Here comes the 2-ball pitch from Schilling. Just off the plate. That was a really good pitch, 3-0. If it missed, it didn't miss by much. Three-ball count to Parker. There's a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Figueretti at second, representing Ryan McClellan. Wesley Callaway down at first. Popped up. Short right center field. Who wants it? Hayes does. He's got it. 2 down. That'll bring up Craig digs in with 2 on and 2 out.
Now digging in, number 24, Taylor Craig.
On the top half of the first inning. Whitefield took game 1. That missed for a ball. If the Pack can take game 2, they'll move on to round 2 of the GHSA playoffs. If Monticello wins, we'll come back tomorrow for game 3. 1 ball count. Now Schilling looks to second base. Not a lot of activity back there. From the stretch, here's the 1-0. There's a ground ball through the infield for a base hit. Around third base is Figueretti. Throws coming in. It's wide. Run scores. Callaway to third. RBI base hit for Taylor Craig. It's 3-0 Wolfpack in the top of the first. First base hit. Oh, just kidding. Wesley Callaway had a base hit. 2 hits in the inning. That'll bring up Jake Arispe. Really good base running by Wesley Callaway, seeing that the ball was not going to be cut off and it was wide of home. He made it up to third base.
Number 4, the trumpet man, Jake Arispe.
Runners at the corner now. Jake Arispe stands in.
Two down. Runners at the corners. 3-0 Pack. Here's the first pitch to Jake. In there for a strike. Delayed steal. Taylor Craig down to second. Wesley Callaway still at third base. Now a base hit could mean 2 runs. One strike count to Arispe. Here's the pitch from Schilling. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Around third is Taylor Craig. He will score as the ball gets cut off. It's a 2 RBI single for Jake Arispe, and it's 5-0 Pack in the top half of the first inning. Solid single from Jake Arispe. That'll bring up Riley Cullen, the 9th man to bat in the inning. If he can find his way on base, the Pack will have hit around in the first inning twice today. But there are 2 down. Cullen would need to get on base for that to happen.
Number 3, Riley Cullen.
Cullen pitched in game 1. He got the win. Gave up just 1 run. Here's the first pitch to him from Schilling. It's high and away. Arispe down at first. One ball count. Throw goes to first. Back in time is Jake. One and 0. Outside 2-0. Fouled away at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Two down here in the first. Two balls and a strike to Riley Cullen. Pitch on the way. Just missed 3-1. We haven't even completed a half inning, but it appears the strike zone is pretty tight. Three balls, 1 strike to Riley Cullen. Timeout requested and granted. Cullen digs back in. Levi Shaw hugging the line down at third base. Leaves a pretty big hole on the left side. Runner going. Throw goes down to second base. Jake Arispe has a stolen base. It doesn't matter. It was ball 4. So no stolen base credited to Jake.
So everybody so far has got up to bat, and we're back up to the top of the order with Wyman Shaheen.
Wyman reached on an error and scored earlier in this inning. And we're going to get a meeting on the mound. The entire infield's coming in.
Wyman Shaheen, a junior right fielder, got to talk to him earlier this week, and he's saying, confidence is the key to winning. And Coach Turner tells the guys to just stay within themselves. And so, they took game 1 and were pretty confident as they won that one 11-1, and they've started this one strong as well. So wise words by Wyman Shaheen.
Yeah, on paper, like we talked about before game 1, the result of game 1 is kind of what you would have expected.
Yes.
But you still have to go execute that, right? No one's going to give you anything, especially in the playoffs. You still got to go out and earn it, and the Pack did. They were patient at the plate, which is really important, especially when you're facing a pitcher who's struggling a little bit with command.
Yes.
They took their walks and were able to take advantage of the miscues by the Hurricanes in game 1, and they're up to a 5-0 start here in the top of the first in game 2. Here's the pitch from Schilling. It's high and in. For a ball, and confidence has a lot to do with that. If you're not a confident team, you expand your strike zone. You try to swing at pitches that maybe you shouldn't be swinging at. Trying to prove something. Fouled away, 1-1.
One count for Shaheen. 2 outs, 2 men on.
So Rispe down at second. Cullen at first. And I guess when Tom Schilling dropped the ball, he must not have been on the rubber, or else that would have been a balk. 1-1 count. Arispe way off of second base. Pitches outside for a ball. Felt like Arispe was trying to bait Schilling into making that pickoff throw. 2 balls and a strike to Shaheen. Jordan sneaking in. It's a ball outside, 3-1. Second baseman for the Hurricanes, sticking close to second base just in case Schilling decides to spin around and throw one that way. Shaheen ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. That was probably ball 4. But he thought he could maybe shoot that one into right field. Ton of room over there. But a full count. Runners will be moving. Arispe off second. Cullen off of first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And because the runners will be going, Schilling spun towards second base just in case the guys took off early. Nothing doing, though. Payoff pitch. Runners are going. Ground ball to the right side. Fielded. Throw to first. Is not in time. The ball scoots away. Run scores. Riley Cullen around third base. The throw is not going to be made. 2-run score on another error in the top of the first. It's 7-0 Wolfpack.
Early in this one, the errors have been costly, and the Wolfpack have been able to take advantage of these miscues by the Canes, as it is 7-0, the Wolfpack on top.
Yeah, it's one thing for your opponent to make mistakes, but you still got to take advantage of those mistakes, and the Pack have been in position to do that. 7 runs in the first inning. 2 down. Nate Jones up for the second time. He reached on an error earlier in this inning.
Was also able to make his way around the base, and was the second run that was recorded.
2 down. Here's the pitch to Jones on the corner for a strike. Seven runs across here in the top of the first. That one just missed. It's 1-1. So it's chilly afternoon, soggy afternoon. 1-1 pitch to Jones on the corner for a strike. I think Nate thought that might have been a little high, maybe inside a touch, but he's down 1-2 with 2 outs. Let's see if Wyman's moving on the 1-2 pitch. He is not. Ground ball to short. Throw's got to go across the diamond, and not nearly in time as Nate Jones beats it out for an infield single. And that'll bring up Colin Walker for the second time in the first inning. That was going to be a tough play for Corin at shortstop. He had to go to his right, away from first base, into the gap, stop his momentum, and then throw across. And that's a tough play against a player with some speed.
Now up, number 28, Conlon Walker.
So Walker up again. He hit the ball hard his first time up, and it resulted in a sac fly with an RBI. He's got a 1-ball count here with 2 down and 2 on. And therefore strike 1-1. By my count, 4 errors in the inning committed by the Hurricanes. Really, really tough start to the game for them defensively. 1-1 to Walker. Inside, it got him. That'll load the bases for Ryan McClellan. Just clipped him, I think, on the side as the ball went by. That'll load the bases. And Ryan McClellan with an opportunity to really blow this thing open early.
Now up, number 17, Ryan McClellan.
Here's the pitch. Low and away. Tom Schilling having a little command issues of his own here in the top of the first. That one also missed, 2-0. Levi Shaw in on the grass at third base. 2-0 count. Here's a strike, 2-1. Yeah, I think Ryan was going to make him throw a strike one way or the other. But a 2-1 count here. McClellan still in the driver's seat. You want this to be your action pitch if you're the pitcher. But he didn't get the call. It's 3-1. Now he's got to throw a strike or he gives up another run. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Schilling surrounded by Wolves. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, right field and deep. Back is Shaw, and he can't get it. 3 runs are going to score as Colin Walker rounds third and heads home. It's a 3 RBI double, and it's 10-0 in the first inning.
What a piece of hard hitting right there by Ryan McClellan as it tacks on a couple more runs. The Wolfpack leading 10-0. What a strong offensive performance to start game 2.
That was going to be a tough. I mean, I think Sands got some leather on it, but that would have been a really, really tough catch
Yes.
out in right
Now
center
up
field.
number 15, Wesley Callaway.
So Thomas Figueretti running once again for Ryan McClellan. Wesley Callaway up for the second time. Every member of the pack has scored in the first inning, except for Parker Ladd. Here's the pitch. It's high. Wyman Shaheen, Nate Jones, and Ryan McClellan. Sorry, not Ryan McClellan. He's on second base. I marked my scorecard too early. But the other two, Shaheen and Walker, have scored twice. No, Shaheen and Jones. I'm just going to shut up now. It's a 1-1 count. Oh, me.
Figueretti down at second base.
So Callaway had a base hit, and he scored. Here's the 1-1. Popped up, fouled back, and out of play. Now here's the thing about these 10 runs. It's great for the pack, but we've still got to get far enough into this game for the game to count before nightfall.
Yeah. Understandable.
So there are a couple ways we can get there. 1-2 pitch to Wesley Callaway. Inside, the ball gets away.
Figueretti running.
Down to third base goes Figueretti. And it's a 2-2 count. There are a couple of ways we can get there. Unless one of either team is up by 15 at the end of 3, then we're going to have to play through 5 innings. The losing team has to have 5 at-bats unless the mercy rule is enacted prior to it.
All right.
And since the Hurricanes, there's a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and that'll do it for the pack in the first inning. But they score 10 in the top of the first. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Wolfpack up. It's 10-0. Bottom half of the first inning we go. Hunter Hayes leading off for the Hurricanes.
Bottom of the first, up for Monticello, number 9, Hunter Hayes.
Senior pitcher number 25 on the bump.
Nick Olson on the mound. Looking to send the pack into round 2. He's got a 10-run cushion before he even took the mound. Here's the first pitch. A defensive swing, but a foul ball, and it's 0-1. So what I was saying earlier, the Pack are up 10-0 right now. If they can score 5 more, which is, I mean, there's no guarantee of that. It's 1-1. If they can score 5 more, then the game could end after 3 innings. If they can protect the 10-run lead, it would end after 5, or foul tip 1 and 2, or as long as the game is not tied, it could end anytime after the 5th inning.
Okay.
Depending on how much daylight is left. 1-2 pitch. High and away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nick Olson steps off, wants another set of signs. Pitch on the way. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Home plate umpires out of baseballs after giving the last one to Nick Olson. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Hunter Hayes had a pretty good game offensively in Game 1. He was the only member of the Canes to score. Full count. Popped up. Fouled away. What you don't want to do when your team spots you 10 is to walk the leadoff man in the next inning.
Nope.
Just, it's easy for me to say, standing up here talking to you guys, but I mean, just throw a meatball and
There you go. Hopefully.
see
Here's the pitch.
see if your defense can do anything with it. Instead, it's outside for ball 4 and a leadoff walk in the bottom half of the first inning. That'll bring up Hunter Soros. I mean, I don't even know, even at, whatever, the 40, 45 miles an hour I can throw a ball at this point. I don't even know if I could throw just a strike if I wanted to, given one chance. There's a strike, 0-1 from Nick Olson to Hunter Soros.
Hayes off first.
0-1 pitch outside.
Even the count, 1 apiece.
Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch from Olson. He squares to bunt. He does bunt it, but it's going to be foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. That's not a misprint at the top of the screen. Whitefield scored 10 in the top of the first inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out. Hunter Soros goes down, swinging. That'll bring up Evan Diaz.
Now up number 1, Evan Diaz.
First baseman for the Canes steps in with a runner at first and 1 out. By this point in the first at bat for the Hurricanes in the first inning, here's the first pitch, high and in. I think Hayes had to dive back into first like 8 or 9 times.
He did, yes.
No pickoff attempts so far in the first inning on Hayes. I hope I didn't just jinx it. And there it goes.
There it goes.
Ball gets away from Callaway, but not far enough for Hayes to advance. I think Nick heard me and decided he was going to
Give it a shot.
Yeah. 1 ball count to Diaz. 1 down. Hayes off of first. Here's the pitch. High. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul territory. Will it stay in play? It will not. Look out, everybody. The Monticello faithful had to skip out of the way. Ball's back on the field. A parent or fan of Monticello threw it back onto the field. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 3. So a walk led off the inning. That was Hunter Hayes. He's down at first. Hunter Sorrow struck out. And now Evan Diaz has a 3-1 count with 1 down. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. Second walk in the inning. Down to second goes Hayes.
Now up, number 28, Chandler Aguirre.
Chandler Aguirre stands in now with 1 down, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A little behind the fastball. Trace Corin on deck. 1 strike count. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Back-to-back good pitches right there by Nick.
And a couple of fastballs. And Aguirre having a little trouble catching up to it. Let's see if he goes back to the well a 3rd time. Or if he tries a breaking pitch. Another fastball. This time missed the zone high. 1-2. I like the idea there. Hitter having a little trouble catching up to it. Give him another heater. Just missed the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled away. Count remains 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. High and away, 2-2. Hayes off a second. Diaz off a first. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. So from 0-2 to 3-2. See if Nick Olson, after 3 straight balls, can get the 3rd out. He asked for time. He got it. Throw went to second base, but it was inconsequential. Time had already been called. Full count to Aguirre. Fouled off. We'll do the payoff pitch once again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So walk, strikeout, walk. Let's see if that trend can end right here with Trace Corin at the plate.
Now up, number 3, Trace Corin.
Here's the first pitch from Olson to Corin. He spikes it, gets away. Both runners advance, and now they're at second and third with 2 outs. Got a 1-ball count. Nick Olson toes the rubber once again. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul territory, right side, and out of play. That one left a pretty good divot on Mount Whitefield. Ball and a strike. Hayes at third, Diaz at second. 2 down. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball. 1-2. So some traffic on the bases following the 2 walks, but Nick Olson a strike away from getting out of it unscathed and protecting the 10-run lead. 1-2. Fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Olson. Little blooper into right field, and Wyman Shaheen had him played perfectly, and that'll do it for the Hurricanes in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left off of the walks, but Nick Olson gets out of it. We head to the second inning. Wolfpack up 10-0.
And Parker Ladd.
And for the second and third innings, I'll turn it over to Jack. All right, Jack, I need you to go ahead and get us 5 more runs and get us out of here pretty quick, all right?
I'll do my best. Here we go. Wolfpack up 10-0. Parker Ladd up at the plate. Pitch low and in the dirt. Ball 1.
Parker flew out his first time up. The only member of the pack who did not score in the first inning.
The pitch on the outside corner, 2-0. That one hit sharply, but to the pitcher. The pitcher dishes it over to the first baseman with an underhand toss, and there's 1 down.
Yeah, Tom Schilling said, "Look what I found."
Up number 24, Taylor Craig.
The pitch to Craig. High, ball 1. Craig able to get a single, steal second, and score in his first plate appearance. That one sent sharply to the shortstop. Shortstop collects, throws, and connects. 2 quick outs here as number 4, Jake Arispe, gets set to hit.
Nice job by Trace Korn and Evan Diaz to retire Taylor Craig. Shaky defense in the first inning. Well done on these first 2 batters.
Indeed, yeah. 2 quick outs.
Now digging in, number 4, Jake Arispe.
Arispe up to bat. That one inside, ball 1. And a strike called. The count 1-1 to Arispe. Arispe able to reach and get around the bases in his first at bat. That one sent past the shortstop as the left fielder has to run in and grab that one as Jake Arispe stands at first base.
Yeah, 2 singles for Jake on the night for the second game. Had a solid game 1 as well.
Indeed, yes. The Wolfpack got out to a early lead in game 1 as well as in game 2. The offensive presence by the Wolfpack have been solid.
Now up, number
Jake
3,
Arispe
Riley
standing at
Cullen.
first base with Riley Cullen up to hit. A hard piece of hitting over the second baseman's head. Arispe headed to third. And after that hard piece of hitting by Riley Cullen over the second baseman's head, it results in a single, so runners at the corner now.
I love your commentary. Solid. A hard piece of hitting.
All right, Shaheen has
Now digging
reached
in, number
on 2
7,
errors
Wyman Shaheen.
and has scored in both of those 2 at-bats. So he's 0 for 2, but he's got 2 runs scored.
Runners at the corner. And Shaheen takes ball 1. Pitch outside as Shaheen's ahead in the count, 2-0. Schillings with a pitch. It finds the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, Tom Schilling, after 2 quick outs, has given up back-to-back singles, now in a little bit of a jam with 2 down.
2-1 count, 2 down, 2 men aboard. The pitch finds the zone. It's 2-2. That one fouled off, and it looks like it clipped Shaheen in the foot. So he walks this one off.
So aside from the potential daylight issue, also the NFL draft starts in under an hour.
And the Hawks game.
And the Hawks are playing tonight, too, in games 6. Game 6.
In Atlanta.
Yep. A Janet Jackson concert had to be moved out of the way for that.
There's also Taylor Swift for all those Taylor Swift fans.
A lot happening in the A this weekend.
The pitch. Runner going. And Cullen slides into safe. And Arispe goes from third and into home and is safe. So 11-0.
Perfectly executed double steal. The shortstop Corin tried to run in front and cut the ball off, but the throw was to the second base side, making that nearly impossible. And the Wolfpack get another run on a double steal. So Jake gets credited with stealing home.
Cullen off second. Shaheen with a full count. 2 outs. Time called as the pitcher and the catcher have a quick meeting. And we get set to resume action. 3-2 count, 2 outs for Wyman Shaheen. Riley Cullen off second. That one hit hard, but foul down the right field line. Three-two, 2 outs. A man at second. The payoff pitch. And able to ring up Shaheen. That'll do it for the 3rd out, but the Wolfpack get another run. It's 11-0. We'll be right back.
Bottom of the 2nd. Up for Monticello, number 13, Tom Schilling.
And we get set for the bottom half of the 2nd. Tom Schilling up to bat. Ooh. That one sent sharply to Nick Olson. Almost hit him, had to put his glove up. Parker Ladd had to run in and try to get it, but not in time as Schillings is safe at first.
Good heavens. I'm glad Nick Olson was able to get some leather on that ball. Otherwise, we'd be having a different discussion right now.
Glad Nick is all right.
I mean, I know he's a little bit frustrated that he didn't actually catch it, but still, just getting the glove in front of the ball was an accomplishment on that one.
Indeed.
That's an infield single for Tom Schilling.
It'll bring up the right fielder, number 42, Chevy Sands.
Now up 42, Chevy Sands.
Pitch low, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Sands. One count for Sands. Pitch high, 2-1.
I know it's counterintuitive in an 11-run game, but with this daylight situation, you'd like to see the...
And Nick Olson finds his zone. Count 2-2.
You'd like your players to maybe move with a little more sense of urgency to try to get this game official.
That one fouled off and out of play.
Because I'm not 100% sure if we don't finish if we suspend the game or if we start over. But if we start over, I mean, you'd hate to lose those 11 runs.
Yeah, understandable.
We are on the clock with the daylight.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to sit down Chevy Sands. Olsen's second strikeout of the night.
Now up, number 6, Grady Jordan.
His third strikeout of the night. Grady Jordan swings and misses at the pitch by Olsen. And the wild pitch. That one got away from McClellan. So Schillings stands at second. Jordan with a 1-1 count, 1 out, and a man in scoring position. Pitch high, 2-1 the count. Pitch low and in the dirt. The count 3-1. Schillings off second. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. Jordan walks to first. So first and second covered with guys in purple. It'll bring up number 25, the DH, Ethan McMichael.
Now up, 25.
Ethan McMichael did a really
McMichael.
good job on the mound in Game 1.
First pitch to McMichael. Swing and miss, strike 1.
Came in relief after the game was pretty much already out of hand and really shut down the Whitefield offense.
That one gets away. Runners advancing. Schillings at third. Jordan over to second. So now 2 men in scoring position for McMichael with a 1-1 count and 1 out here. Just misses. It's 2-1. Olsen able to fit it in the strike zone. Evens the count at 2 apiece. That pitch missed somewhere. The count now full. 3-2. Pitch low and in the dirt. Ball 4.
So I did get confirmation that if we are unable to complete this game, that it would be suspended and we would pick up where we left off
Okay.
tomorrow.
Good to know.
If they don't.
Base is loaded. Nick Olsen surrounded by men in purple. Hunter Hayes in the top of the order. Back up. Hayes swinging a miss, strike 1. At pitch high for ball 1. 1-1 count to Hayes. Olsen, the pitch. Fouled off and out of play. Bases loaded. Hayes with a 1-2 count. 1 out. Olsen's got the sign. The pitch. Outside. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 by Hayes. So 2 down as it brings up the left fielder, Hunter Sorrows.
Now up number 2, Hunter Sorrows.
So far in this encounter, Olsen has recorded 4 strikeouts. In a bit of trouble with the bases loaded. That pitch low and in the dirt, ball 1.
That was the first time that Whitefield has retired Hayes all day in games 1 or 2.
Pitch outside. Sorrows with the 2-0 count. Good pitch by Nick Olsen. 2-1. Pitch inside. 3-1 the count. There's no place to put Sorrows. If he walks, a run will score. Bases loaded. 3-1 count. 2 outs. The pitch. Outside. Ball 4. As Tom Schillings touches home. So first run for the Canes in game 2.
Now up number 1,
The
Evan
Wolfpack
Diaz.
lead it by 10. It's 11-1. Pitch inside. Ball 1. Olsen having a little trouble being consistent. Trying to find the strike zone.
Yeah.
That pitch fouled off and out of play.
Yeah, 5 walks so far in the first inning and 2/3.
It's been costly. Bases are still loaded. It's 11-1. The Wolfpack are on top. The pitch. That one sent to Nate Jones. Nate Jones, though, tried to get it from behind the back. Misbobbles it. And is not able to make a play. So another run does score. It's 11-2 with the bases loaded.
Now up to bat number 28, Chandler Aguirre.
Coach for the Hurricanes jogged all the way across the diamond to check on Diaz at first. Not sure exactly why. Everyone appears to be okay.
Olsen fits that pitch in the zone. 0-1 count to Evan Diaz. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Excuse me, Chandler Aguirre is up at the plate. Outside, 1-2 the count. That one, a dribbler to Parker Ladd. Parker Ladd able to corral it and connect with Wesley Calloway for the third out. It's an 11-2 ball game. We will be right back. And we're all set for the top of the third. Nate Jones will lead it off. First pitch outside, ball one.
Now, we talked about earlier game-ending scenarios where we wouldn't have to suspend the game. One of those would be a 15-run lead after 3 innings. That
pitch low and in the dirt, ball two.
The 2 runs scored by the Hurricanes makes that a little more difficult. But even if the Wolfpack does score 6 in this half of the inning, they would still have to retire the side of the Hurricanes in order to end it in the third.
Outside, 3-0 the count.
Since the Hurricanes are the home team in Game 2 of the series. I just don't know how much longer we're going to be able to keep playing.
And 4 straight balls sends Nate Jones over to first base.
I think dusk has begun. It's getting much darker out there.
Walker.
Colin Walker up to the plate. And Walker takes ball one. Pitch low and in the dirt. Jones at first after the walk. That one sent sharply down the right field line, but foul. 1-1 count for Walker. Jones off first base. Pitch outside, 2-1. And that pitch in there for strike 2. Walker with a 2-2 count. Time called. Walker steps out briefly, steps back in and is set. Schillings looks over to first base. That pitch outside, 3-2. Good eye right there by Conlon Walker to hold off. Runner going, swing and a miss by Walker. So 1 down, but Jones safely stole second. It'll now bring up the catcher, number 17, Ryan McClellan.
Now up number 17, Ryan McClellan.
McClellan with a man in scoring position. It's Nate Jones off of second base. Pitch high, ball 1. Two and 0 the count. That pitch outside.
Feels like the second game has no life to it at all.
Yeah, it's just slow dragging. It feels like in a sense.
And I don't really know why. I mean, yeah, there have been some walks, sure, but
that one fouled off and out of play.
I don't know if the crowd isn't quite as into it because of how that huge top of the first inning. But it just, I don't know, the whole vibe is just kind of lifeless right now. You know what I mean?
No, understandable. See if the fans of the Wolfpack can pick it up. I don't know. We'll see. It's an 11-2 ball game. The Wolfpack lead it by 8. That pitch fouled off.
Or 9.
9. You know, Algebra 2. My Whitefield education paying off. Can't do simple math. Can barely count on my fingers. 1, 3, 5, 9, 8. All right. Wolfpack lead it by 9. It's 11-2.
It's not a great advertisement for your school. It's all good. They're performing well on the field. That's what matters.
There you go. 2-2 count to Ryan McClellan. Outside, ball 3. Count full. 3-2. Jones at second base. On deck, number 15, Wesley Calloway. That one popped up. Pitcher says he's got it. He grabs it. Almost a collision between the pitcher and the catcher. But the second out recorded. Jones was caught going to third, but wisely retreated back to second in time.
Now up number 15, Wesley Calloway.
Wesley Calloway digs in with a man in scoring position. 2 outs here. Watch out, Callaway. That one way inside, almost clipped him. 1-0 the count. Schilling's able to find the strike zone. Count 1-1. Callaway sent one sharply to the shortstop. Shortstop lost his footing, but able to make the throw to the first baseman in time, and that'll do it as we get set for the bottom half of the third.
All right, so the coaches are gathering at home plate with the home plate umpire. I mean, I don't see how they can keep going, honestly, Jack.
Yeah, no, the dusk or the dawn, whatever you want to call it, has just darkened. And, you know, Whitefield without having any lights, that's an issue. But we will see the coaches and the home plate umpire discussing.
So it looks like we are done for the day. Let's see what that means for tomorrow. It's 11-2. We're midway through the third inning. We'll listen in downstairs and see what we can hear.
They're taking down the stats, so I guess we're going to
So it's both head coaches and now the Whitefield athletic director joining in. Again, we're just waiting to get word on what the plan is for tomorrow. We're going to hang with you for just a minute till we can figure that out.
They're coming over.
They're coming over. Cool. Thank you.
Just suspended game. We'll start at the bottom of the third, is it?
What time?
2 p.m.
Got it. All right, so we will pick up this game tomorrow, right where we left off, 11-2 in the third inning at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So until then, we're on hold. And,
Yes, we are.
And we'll be back tomorrow.
2 o'clock.
All right, Jack, thanks so much.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Suspended for the evening. The game will resume at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Again, that's 2 o'clock tomorrow. Have a good night.